All right, we got to talk. Before I get into the picks, I want to apologize to Dan Ige, Robert Whittaker, and Max Holloway. It's clear that because I placed a 3-fight parlay where $5 won 60 on FanDuel, I screwed them over. So for that, I apologize. That's my fault. I'm going to own that. And that's the only reason that these three guys lost. It has nothing to do with anything else. So, without further ado, let's get into the picks. So, I have the UFC website up here, and I just want to talk about things really quick. So, I will say that overall on the card, I went 9-13 with 9 of 13, with 6 perfect picks, meaning I got both the winner and the method of victory correct. So, one of those perfect picks was the first fight of the night, Rinat Fakhretdinov versus Carlos Leal. He won via unanimous decision, 29-28 on 2 scorecards and 30-27 on the third scorecard. I know that there's a lot of controversy with this, and honestly, I shouldn't claim this as a victory, but I'm gonna, because I'm desperate. I started off, I think I was 8-1, so 8 of 9 on the prelims. I went 1-4. No, I went 2-3 on the main card. So whatever the math works out to be on that, I was 7 of 8 on the prelims. I had him winning via unanimous decision. I didn't expect that he would actually lose the fight and then win via unanimous decision on the scorecards. So I'll give Carlos Leal a shout out for that one, because that is messed up. Next fight, Ismail Naurdiev versus Bruno Silva. This fight went about how I expected. Bruno Silva had some moments where he advanced quickly on the feet and had, like I said, he had some moments. But yeah, I don't think this was another unanimous decision sort of perfect pick for me. I had Ismail Naurdiev by unanimous decision, and he won 30-27. I think I actually predicted a 29-28, but Bruno Silva never fails to not impress. Next pick, I had Farid Basharat versus defeating Victor Hugo via unanimous decision, which he did. Not much to say there. Basharat looked pretty good. Victor Hugo scared me at times as far as getting this pick correct. But you know, I'm pleased with that. I thought they both looked decent, actually. This I predicted it as the first fight of the night because on ESPN they had it as the first fight of the night. I didn't believe it, but that was the case. I'm gonna call this a perfect pick. I did pick via Fat TKO, which is basically how I can't remember which Taffa brother it even was, but one of the Taffa brothers won on the last card, where they were both just so gassed that one guy eventually laid down and they couldn't let him get the crap beat out of him on the ground. So what actually happened was, and I don't know if you guys saw it, and maybe I should show it, but let's see. Chris Barnett injury. Does this show it? No, it shows him hobbling around. Right here. He hurt himself in the pre-fight announcements, and then hurt himself again throwing a spinning back kick during the fight. And I mean,
that's got to do it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's no words. He did hurt himself by being fat, because he shouldn't be leaving the ground. A guy that big should not leave the ground. He was probably like, I would say easily he's 280 or 300 pounds before a weight cut, and he shouldn't be jumping around. He's probably 280 in the cage. A guy like that shouldn't leave the ground ever. So I had him via Fat TKO. I count that as Fat TKO. Next fight was Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. I had Abus winning via unanimous decision. He won via arm triangle in the third round. So good on him. He was about to win via unanimous decision. I was very close to right. I was 2 minutes away from being absolutely correct in my 7th perfect pick. Mateus I call him Rebecki. I don't know how you actually pronounce it. Versus Mictabek oral bye. I had Rebecki via UD. He did not win via UD. I marked that as a perfect pick. It's not. I have 5 perfect picks. He won via split decision, which was bullshit. One of the judges gave oral bye the 3rd round. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway. So that I'm gonna call that a perfect pick actually, because that's some BS. That was almost a robbery. That was dangerously close to a robbery, because either, the first and third I thought were Rebecki, and then oral bye could have taken the second. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how the scorecards went, but maybe we'll look at the scorecard here. Okay, this is fucking crazy. The 30-27 in the Facradino fight is just nuts. Okay. What is Jacob Montalvo doing? Give me his credentials. He got every round wrong. No, he didn't. He did give the first to Rebecki. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, no. So it was clearly first and third for Rebecki. Not particularly close by any means, but whatever. Okay. Back to the good stuff. I had Jeff Neal by TKO. Jeff Neal won by TKO. Rafael dos Anjos injured his knee. Get healthy soon. GOAT. Go to the sport. Love that guy. Hate to see him go down like that. He did just get knocked down right before that, so unfortunately, he was probably going to get his lights put out soon anyway. A minute into the fight, he got put on his ass, so that's too bad. Jeff Neal's really good. I think he should be in talks for, being toward the top of the division and getting maybe not a title eliminator in his next fight, but if he wins his next fight against a good opponent, maybe in a title eliminator next. He looks good. He probably won't win the title eliminator, but you never know what happens. It's MMA. I had Sarah Cuera, Circura. I don't know. I forgot to listen to how John Anik said it. So, Ibo Aslan made Rafael, I'm going to call him Rafael, look like what I like to call an amateur. So, basically what he did was he made him look like he doesn't know how to fight because he teed off on him. And I don't know if Circura actually threw a strike. Now that I think about it, he threw one. I don't know if he landed one. It was pretty bad. He might have landed like a body kick or a leg kick or something. But anyway, took that one on the chin. First incorrect pick of the night, but not last, certainly. We move on. I had Shar Magomedov via UD because I thought he's a decision merchant. He doesn't have any power in his hands. He doesn't have any power in his legs. To be fair, I was correct. He threw some Tekken level BS and a double spinning back fist, or like a spinning back fist into a spinning back elbow. It was ridiculous. It was crafty. It was creative. I want to say, I'm going to open this in a new tab. I want to say that where are we? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know. He definitely won the first round. I agree. I almost thought that he was going to lose the second. He didn't, but I thought he was going to. So Shara, he won. That's a correct pick, but not a correct method. I had Ige via TKO in the next fight. And so that one chaps my ass because, first of all, I thought Danny Ige actually could have won the fight. I thought he might have won the third round. He didn't, I guess, but I thought he did. But he knocked him down in the first, definitely won that first round. I think this fight could have been a draw. It was really close in that last round. I thought they did the same thing to each other as far as damage goes. in that last round, except I thought that Ige did it longer, and I thought they did it equally as effectively. But I'll give the judges the benefit of the doubt. They're better than me. It was unanimous, so good for them. And good for Lerone Murphy, an up-and-coming prospect. Good for him. Next fight, I had Ankalaev via TKO. What I didn't expect is that Ankalaev is boring and has no power in his hands. So he caught Rakic on the chin a lot. And Rakic has been put to sleep a few times. He hasn't won a fight in like 4 years now. Let's just see if I can find his record. How do I do this? I don't want actually Alex Pereira. I want Rakic. Okay, let's see. Sorry, 3 years. He hasn't won a fight since 2021. He's been knocked out in 2 of his last 3. Did he go to a draw with Ozdemir? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. His last win is against Thiago Santos. Beating Thiago Santos in the big 2021, huh? All right. Good for him, I guess. We move on. I was not correct in the co-main or main event, guys. I had Khamzat blowing himself up in the first round, which he, to be fair, may have been on his way to doing. He didn't come out as hot as he did in the Usman fight, but I think that's just because Whittaker didn't scramble quite as effectively as Usman did, and I didn't necessarily expect him to, but he's a real 85er, and so I kind of expected him to put up a better fight than that. I think Whittaker's been really good historically against the threat of the takedown. I say that as I'm pretty sure he got ragdolled by DDP, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. And then Whittaker got his jaw exploded. It looks terrible. I'm not gonna. I don't want to show it. I'm gonna pull it up. Not good. Yeah, I'm gonna not show you guys that. I'm gonna blur that probably. That's gnarly. That's nasty. That's no good. Bobby tapped quick. He got messed up. Yeah, so I was wrong on that. I had Bobby via TKO. I thought he was going to take it into the 3rd, 4th round. I'm going to close that tab. That's disgusting. And I thought he'd take him into deep waters. I thought he'd give him a hard time, but he didn't. So good for Khamzat. He's probably going to get a title shot soon. Everybody thinks Strickland needs one, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to prioritize Strickland getting another title shot. I don't think the UFC really likes him. So, yeah. And then I had Max via decision. Max. I have to open up X again. Twitter. I can still call it Twitter.
He's got to be careful that he doesn't punch himself out. Oh! Massive knockdown for Topuria!
Yep. I will say, I tweeted this out. Throw me a follow on Twitter. Here's my profile. Super sweet header. I gotta change that. Get John Jones the BMF belt. You know what I'm saying? Because BMF champions don't win ever again, basically. So, did I just become an Ilia Topuria fan? Class act. He is. He is a class act. After the fight, Volk came into the cage. He was in the doorway, and first of all, Ilia showed Max a lot of respect, as fighters always do at the end of the fight, right? They always show each other a lot of respect, and it's nice to see, especially when your favorite or one of your favorite fighters gets knocked out, or tapped or anything like that. So, yeah, Max looked really good actually in this fight. I thought that Max did really well. I thought that he was on his way to a decision victory, although I will say, I was terrified the entire time. And I can confidently say that I did see this coming, and three of my four incorrect picks were legitimately just because I picked with my heart. I like Dan Ige. I like that he stepped up on short notice to save that card and fight Diego Lopez. I like Bobby, and I don't love the Khamzat style, but he is dominant, so I got to respect it. And I love Max. And I didn't really like Ilia going into this fight. I thought he was kind of a prick. But I will say he earned a lot of respect from me. Admitting that Volk deserves a shot. I don't want to necessarily see Volk fight for the title. But, you know, he was a dominant champion for a really long time, and Ilia acknowledged that and said we're going to run it back eventually. So I really respected that by Ilia. I think he has a new fan in me. I can't root for him against Volk. Volk's one of my guys, but no, I thought he was a class act, and I'm happy to see that we have a champion at 145 that might be the most dominant ever. Are you kidding? He hasn't gone into the championship rounds yet in a title fight, right? He hasn't needed it. Like, this was a 5-round decision. How good is Josh Emmett, right? He went to a decision with this guy, and Max and Volk got slept. Max has never been knocked down, officially. I've never seen Max wobbled. And Josh Emmett goes to a decision with him. Bryce Mitchell makes him miss on the feet a lot. Like, how good are some of these guys? You know what I mean? Like, jeez. How good are some of these guys? How good is Ryan Hall? He made it almost a full round. I'm messing with you. Max, don't take a fight against a dangerous striker next. Do not take a fight against Diego Lopez. Do not take a fight against Josh Emmett. Do not take a fight against... I'd actually like to see Volk and Max go back at it. Not for the title, but I was hoping to see a quadrilogy, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know. Anyway, I think that'll about do it for today's video. I wish Max had won, but I have a lot of respect for Ilia, newfound respect, and I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. So, without further ado, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Watch one of my videos that'll be in the end screen somewhere, and drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.